Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am finally doing my Sephora haul video that I said in a few videos back. It's been like 2 weeks or so since I said that I was going to do a Sephora haul. However, I was waiting for my second Sephora package to come, and although it usually takes about 2 or 3 days to actually get to my area, it ended up taking about a week, and then by that time that it came, I already have filmed 2 videos that I put up previously. That was for the face halo review, and also I did a video inspired by fall. So this week I decided I'm going to do my whole videos, so that is Sephora, and I also have 2 really big packages from Beauty Bay, which will be in a later video. So there are a lot of goodies in this little bag, a lot of new products that have just recently launched, as well as some all-time favorites that everyone loves. And I know that there are 1 or 2 miscellaneous products in here that I might use one day. I'm just not sure what for. And also I have samples in here as well. So you want to see what I got from Sephora? Then keep on watching. So the first product out of this bag is this palette right here. So this is the Winter Strobe Spectrum by Diva Cosmetics. And I have featured this in many videos previously on my channel. This came in my first Sephora package, and I wanted to wait until I had all of my Sephora packages with me. But because this was a new highlighter that I really wanted to try, I decided to use it before, so you guys probably seen it on my previous videos. But this palette comes in 4 beautiful iridescent pastel shades. There's this frosty white highlighter that has a greenish undertone, a pinkish champagne highlighter, a very deep blue highlighter, and a purpley lilac highlighter. This palette retails for 40 Australian dollars, so it's technically $10 per pan, and it also comes in 3 other shade ranges. So this is a favorite of mine. As you can see, I'm actually wearing the purpley lilac-y color on my lids, and in my inner corners I have the blue. So the next product that I bought is this Sephora Collection Brightening and Hydrating Foundation. So this is in the color 30 Sand, and this here retail for 26 Australian dollars. It is one of the darkest shade in the medium to tan range, so hopefully this matches my skin. It has a bit of a yellow to pink undertone, which pink undertone's not really my skin tone, but I can get away with putting a pinkish undertone that is as dark as this color on my skin. I'm more of a yellow undertone, yellow neutral undertone. So I'm actually really surprised to see how well this would match on my skin. So the first and only miscellaneous product that I actually bought was the Sephora Powder Puffs. These retail for 7 Australian dollars, and you get 2 fairly puffy and medium-ish size powder puffs. I actually bought these because I was thinking along the lines of when I was doing my makeup or someone else's makeup, I wouldn't be disturbing the foundation that I put down underneath when I do brows or liner. But I also got these just in case if I needed to bring some translucent setting powder in a compact form. I would like to bring a powder puff instead of a little brush, just so I can powder down any oiliness that has appeared on my skin throughout the day. So the next 2 products that I have are samples that appeared in both packages. The first sample that came in the first package was the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. This is a mini travel size. I have the full size set in the back right there, but it is running out, so I was so glad that I received this as a replacement, I guess, before I could buy the full size. The full size retails for 28 Australian dollars here, so that's actually not too bad. I just wish it was a bit bigger and had a bit more product in it for the full size. So the next sample is also a Kat Von D product. It is the Lock-It Featherweight Primer, as well as a Lock-It foundation. So it's these 2 little samples right here, and the color for the Lock-It foundation that they gave me is medium 54. So the next 5 products I have are new products that have recently just launched in Sephora, and you guessed it, they are the Fenty Beauty collection that was created by Rihanna. And let's start off with the foundation. So the foundation is the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. And it comes in this nice, sleek beauty carton. It is 32 mils, which is 1.8 fluid ounce. And it retailed for 50 Australian dollars. So that's actually not too bad for a foundation here at Sephora and for this size. Usually for 30 mils, which is I think 1 fluid ounce, I can't remember exactly, but I think it's exactly 1 fluid ounce, is usually about $60 or up for brands that are in Sephora. So this is actually pretty affordable. Obviously it's not as affordable as the Sephora collection, but the Sephora collection is part of Sephora, so the products are much more affordable because it's part of Sephora. So the shade I got is 330, which is tan warm. To me, in the bottle, it looks much lighter than how it is on the skin. I am wearing it today because I wanted to test it out. As you can see, it made my skin very tan. It kind of gave me a very natural, glowy tan, like if I was in the sun for a few days, which is really nice. But right now, it's only spring and I haven't actually gotten a tan, so it was actually very, very dark for me. I had to pull it down all the way down my neck. I'm very pale here, but usually my face is darker than my chest, and I don't really wear low cuts or anything like that that really shows off my chest, so I can get away with a lot of darker foundations than my chest area. But I don't know, this foundation was a bit too dark for me. I kind of wish I looked at the swatches more closely and kind of sat on the idea that I might not be this shade. I used the Sephora color match guide with all the foundations that I have, and it put me in the range of 310 to 330, which falls in line with this shade right here. But I think I might have been a 250, 240 kind of guy in winter, so I might actually rematch myself again. The problem I have with buying foundation online, especially from Sephora, is that there are no Sephoras here in LA, so you can't actually shade match yourself in store, and that's where it becomes very, very difficult. I always try to use the shade match guide by putting all my foundations in and relying on that to kind of give me, you know, a close enough match to my skin tone. I didn't mind that this was actually darker because right now it's settled in my skin and it actually doesn't oxidize on my skin. I've been wearing this for the past hour, and to me it actually looks like it's gone lighter. Like in this area around here has definitely gone lighter, and this was 2 coats on top of each other, and I used my beauty blender, and this is the result here. It's actually definitely gone lighter than I would expect, but I did have to put it on my ears and all the way down my neck. And usually I don't really like to put foundation all the way down my neck because I know that by the end of the day I'll get it onto my shirt. Even though I have set it with powder and setting spray, it would just go down onto my shirt, so I never really bring my foundation all the way down here. So the next 2 products I have are the Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighters. These are the duos. I didn't buy Trophy Wife or Soft Moon because with Soft Moon it's gonna be too frosty on my skin tone, and with Trophy Wife I know it's gonna be too glittery on my skin, and I'm very textured, so putting on something that is very glittery will just highlight that texture on my skin, and I don't know if I actually would like that look very much. The color is very nice. It's a bit too yellow for me, I think. But this is coming from someone who loves to wear yellows and oranges, so maybe it might actually suit me. I don't know, I might buy it at a later date because right now it's actually sold out in Sephora. So the first one I got in my first package was Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. This is the lightest of 4 of the duos. It has this beautiful iridescent purpley white package. If you can see that purple, see white, purple, so beautiful. The only issue I have with this packaging is it's so hard to open. You have to really, like, for me I have to really dig my finger in and pop it open. But this is what it looks like right here, and I'll swatch it on my arms. So this here is Lightning Dust. It's not very shimmery. This is like, the duos are supposed to be like daytime, and then you want a nighttime pop on your face, you put on the other side. So this is a very nice daytime kind of sheen. It's not too crazy on the skin, which I like, especially sometimes when I don't want to have such a blinding highlight. I would love to put this tone on my skin. As you can see, it's very, very light, so it's not really picking up on camera. And the next shade over here is Fire Crystal. So I'm just gonna swatch this right next to it. And you can see it's much more pigmented and blinding. So this is what you would put on top for a nighttime look if you wanted to, you know, zhuzh up your highlight. And because it's the palest out of the 4 duos, it would actually complement lighter skin tones. The other Killawatt highlighter duo that I bought comes in Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. This is the darkest of the 4 duos, and also it comes in a different shade range than the other 3. The other 3s are more in the champagne to gold to rose gold tones, but this one is more of a full-on, oh, I can open it. It's a full-on like reddish, pinkish. The reason I bought this is because it's so different out of the 4, and I feel like I could definitely wear this as eyeshadow. I don't really know a lot of brands that do these kind of shades. So the first shade here is Ginger Binge. So this is the daytime color. So the undertone of this is, although it's very reddish pink, it does have a bit of an orange undertone to it. As you can see, it's much brighter for a daytime color than this one. Absolutely stunning. So I just found out that Moscow Mule is an alcoholic drink, a cocktail apparently. So yeah, I didn't know that. So I guess it's, you know, you learn something new every day. And this is what it looks like right here. It's much more pinker in tone, and I mean, they both kind of have the same sheen or same shimmer to it. They're not as different to each other as these two are to each other, so this would be really nice to play around with. So these Killawatt Freestyle highlighters retail for $50 each, which I think is a fair good price for, you know, when it's converted to Australian dollars. I mean, you are getting 2 highlighters that are 6 grams each. So the next Fenty Beauty product I have is the Matchstick Trio, and this is in medium 200. So I got Bamboo as my concealer, Mocha as my contour, and Tripping as my cream stick highlight. And so this is how they come, you know, the magnetic packaging, so they all stick together with this new tone, so beautiful. And this hexagon, yes, hexagon packaging is so cute. And so this is Bamboo. I was thinking of buying Tan, which is the 300 set, but the concealer they had was Caramel, which if you look at the swatch, Caramel literally looks like a bronzer. So I know that if I put that under my eyes or anywhere to conceal any blemishes, it would have been too dark. But thinking back to it, it might have matched this foundation. No, this foundation is too light for Caramel. Caramel was like a true bronzer tone, so I know that it would have matched me. This here is Bamboo, which as you can see, it's much lighter, and if I put this under my eyes to highlight, it would definitely brighten up my under eye area. Let me just swatch this and see how it looks. Ooh, this texture is nice. It's very creamy on my skin. As you can see, it's very, very bright. That's nice. Has a good undertone as well. It's neutral, but it has a little bit of a peach in it, which I know would be good for any areas that is dark for me if I needed to highlight. So in this stick formula, you get this much product, which is not a lot, but considering how fat this cream stick is, you actually, oh, I just stabbed it with my nail. Oops. You'll actually be able to use this for quite a while. So this individually is sold for 37 Australian dollars, but in a set like this, it's actually $79. So you get quite a value for them, but it is pretty expensive. I would have liked if this set here was about 50, 55 at least. I think max I would say 60, but 79 is quite a reach for just 3 products like this. So this here is Mocha, or Mocha, depending on where you are. I don't know, I usually switch between two. I say mocha when I order like a mocha chai latte or whatever, and then I say mocha as, I don't know, it just kind of comes out naturally for me. So yeah, but mocha, I guess, is what a lot of people would say. And it's very neutral in tone as well. Has a bit of a golden undertone to it, as you can see. Ugh, it's so hard to hold up my arms for swatches. There you go. Very neutral, definitely will blend out very nicely on my skin. So comparing this cream contour stick to my Model Co contour stick, they are similar in shade, as you can see. The Model Co one I think looks a bit more warm tone, like more orangey. Yeah, so the Model Co one is definitely more orangey, and this one is much more neutral in tone. They both kind of have an orangey undertone, so I know it would suit my skin tone pretty well. And then the highlight that I got from that set is Tripping, and it is this very beautiful peachy tone. It has a gold undertone or gold reflex in it, but it's a peachy tone. So I wanted Tripping instead of Rum, which came in the tan set. Rum definitely was a more bronzy gold highlight, which I have heaps of. I have a lot of gold highlight tones and stuff like that. I wanted to try something new. So having this kind of shade, this peachy shade, is going to be interesting to try out on the skin, because it does have a gold undertone to it, and gold reflex or glitter or whatever it is, and a gold hue to it. It is peachy, so it'll be very fun to play around with. So the final product that I got from Fenty was definitely a favorite of a lot of YouTubers that I've watched their reviews and their first impressions of. And this is another matchstick, and it's a shimmer, and it is Unicorn. Everyone was obsessed with this when they saw it, as well as Confetti. But for me, when I was looking at them online, Unicorn definitely called out to me because it was a purple and it comes out very iridescent, while Confetti was more of a lilac and it came out more frosty on the skin. So the swatch of Unicorn right here on my skin tone is amazing. It is beautiful. It is so pigmented for a purple, and this is something that I would love to put pretty much all over my eyes or even all over my lips as a like kind of a iridescent sheen to my lips. And I know it would just be perfect for highlighting and stuff like that. And I love these kind of shades because I know that I reach for very unique colors and stuff like that. I don't like to just kind of go very neutral. Even today, this is very neutral for me. Usually I love to just grab a blinding colored highlight or something that really stands out, a lip color that is a statement and stuff like that. So that is it for my Sephora haul. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gives you insight into what's coming next in my future videos, because I'm definitely going to be doing a Fenty beauty look with all Fenty products. And watch out for my next video, which is going to be my Beauty Bay haul. That one is a big one. I bought a lot of products from that haul, and a lot of it belongs to a certain YouTuber who does very amazing lip products and have very blinding highlights. So before you leave, please give me a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I left all my social media down below, and until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye!